What happened to Europe's royal families after WW1? Imagine a continent where centuries-old monarchies suddenly vanish, replaced by new governments and republics. That was the reality after World War I changed everything. When the war ended in 1918, many of Europe's royal families faced dramatic upheaval. The war's destruction and the collapse of empires led to the fall of monarchies that had lasted for hundreds of years. The Austro-Hungarian Empire, which had been ruled by the Habsburg family, broke apart into several smaller countries like Austria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and Yugoslavia. The Habsburg dynasty lost control of their empire, and Austria and Hungary became republics. In Germany, the Kaiser Wilhelm II was forced to step down and live in exile in the Netherlands. The German Empire was replaced by the Weimar Republic. Russia's Romanov dynasty ended violently when Tsar Nicholas II and his family were executed by Bolsheviks in 1918. This marked the end of the Russian monarchy. The Ottoman Empire, which had been ruled by the Sultan, was dismantled. In 1922, the Sultanate was abolished, and Turkey was declared a republic. Other monarchies also faced challenges. The Kingdom of Hungary, part of the Habsburg realm, dissolved in 1918 but was briefly restored before being abolished again after the Second World War. Portugal's monarchy had already ended in 1910, but the decline of monarchist power continued across Europe. Bulgaria's monarchy survived the war but was overthrown in 1946 and replaced by a communist government. Despite these upheavals, some royal families managed to hold onto their thrones or adapt. The British royal family, for example, survived the war and kept their throne. During the war, they changed their family name from the German-sounding House of Saxe-Coburg-Angau to the House of Windsor to emphasize their British identity. In Germany, smaller royal states like Hesse and Mecklenburg-Strelitz lost their monarchs, but some family members fled into exile or kept properties. Many royal families experienced personal tragedies, with deaths and upheavals during and after the war. Overall, World War I was a turning point that ended many long-standing monarchies, replaced them with republics, and reshaped Europe's political landscape. The collapse of these dynasties marked a major shift in the post-war world order and the decline of centuries-old empires.